how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss about geometrical representation of a vector quantity. Okay. Geometrical representation of a vector geometrical representation of a vector quantity okay. Geometrical representation of a vector quantity. Okay. So let's see. Okay. This one is a straight line. Okay. See that this one is a straight line. Not a straight. This one is a straight line. Okay. And okay, from here we start our measurement. Okay, so this one is our starting point, or you can also say this point, you can say starting point, okay, because from here we start our line. Okay, so this one is our starting point, or you can also say tail, or you can also say tail or initial point, This point is known as our starting point, or you can also say tail or initial point. Okay, because from here we start our measurement. Okay, and this point known as final point. Okay, final point. This point is final point. Or you can also say head, or you can also say terminal point. Okay, terminal point. Okay, so this point is known as the starting point, tail, a starting point, or you can also say tail or initial point. Okay, and this point is known as final point or head, or you can also say terminal point. Okay, this one is our final point or head or terminal point. But here we can't say that where the direction of the line. Okay, so the direction we this arrow. Okay, this arrow shows that the line goes upward direction. Okay. So here is point. That any vector quantity is always directed from tail to head. From tail to head. Okay, so is one point that any vector quantity any vector quantity is always directed from tail to head. Okay, this one is a important point. Okay, this point is very important that any vector quantity is always directed from tail to head. Okay, tail, or you can also say starting point or initial point. To head, it means you can say also say head, or you can also say for terminal point or final point. Okay, so I hope you understand that about geometrical representation of a vector quantity. Okay, so I hope you understand that about geometrical representation of a vector quantity. Now let's discuss about algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, now let's see algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, now let's see about algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, let's see how we represent a vector quantity in the form of algebra. Okay, let's see the first point, that any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over letter. Okay, so first point is that any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter. Okay, let's see, for example, like arrow. This one is what? Arrow. You know that this one is arrow. Okay. This one is or you can also write like this: B vector. Okay. C vector. D vector. Sorry. D vector. This arrow is so that this one is a vector quantity. Okay. So any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter. Any vector quantity can be denoted by the arrow over a letter. Okay. Or you can also write like this, that AB vector BC vector, CD vector. Okay. Many example of this. Okay, so I hope you understand this first one, that any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter. Okay. And now this one is a line. Okay. A and C. Okay. Whenever we write the name of this line, okay, this arrow shows that the line of what direction. Okay. Whenever we write the name of this line, we can write like this: AC vector. Okay. We can only write two digits. Okay, that we can only write AC. We can say AC is a line. Okay. We cannot write like this. This will be ABC is a line. Okay. This one is wrong. Okay. We cannot say that ABC is a line. Okay, we can only say that we can say that AC is a line. Okay, so that's why vector quantity only denoted by only two letters, not three letters. Like this one is ABC, this one is ABC vector, this one is our wrong. Okay. So I hope you understand first point, that any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter. Okay. Now let's see our next one, that any vector quantity can be denoted by bar, can be denoted by bar over a letter. So this is our next point, that any vector quantity can be denoted by bar over a letter. Okay, bar like this: A vector, B vector, C vector. This one is what? Bar. Okay. So vector quantity can be also denoted by the bar over a letter. Okay. AB vector, BC vector. Okay. Sorry. if we this one is also true. Okay, both are correct. That any vector quantity can be denoted by bar over a letter, but this one is arrow, so this one is bar. This one is known as bar. Okay, so any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter. Any vector quantity can be denoted by bar over a letter. Okay, last one is last one. Any vector any vector quantity can be denoted by boldface letter. Boldface letter. Okay, any vector quantity can be denoted by boldface letter. Okay, boldface letter like this. Sorry. And also this one is also a vector. B vector. Okay, C vector. It means any vector quantity can be also denoted by the boldface letter. Okay, like this, boldface letter. A B vector. It takes too much time to do this. Okay, AB vector, BC vector. Okay, etc. So you can also denote it, vector quantity can be also denoted by boldface letter like this. Okay, but it take too much time to do cover. Okay, so there are three algebraic representation of a vector quantity. That first one is any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter like this here. Arrow over a letter, any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter, and any vector quantity can be denoted by bar over a letter like this. This one is bar. Okay, bar over a letter, and any vector quantity can be denoted by boldface letter. Okay, so I hope you understand all this point that we learned today. The first one is geometrical representation of a vector quantity. Okay, how to represent a vector quantity in the form of geometry. Okay, so that this one is a line. This point is known as our starting point, initial point, or you can also say tail. Okay, and this arrow shows the direction that where is the direction of the line. Okay, this arrow shows that the line move upward direction. Okay, and this one is our final point. Okay, or you can also say terminal point or head. Okay, and here is an important point that here that any vector quantity Any vector quantity is always directed from tail to head. Okay. And after that we will discussed about algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, that how we represent a vector quantity in the form of how we represent a vector quantity in the form of algebra. Okay. So our first point is that any vector quantity can be denoted by arrow over a letter, bar over a letter, and boldface letter. Okay. Arrow over a letter, and we can also denote it by bar over a letter, and boldface letter. Okay. All are true. So I hope you understand. All this thing that about geometrical representation of a vector quantity and algebraic representation of a vector quantity. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about modulus. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.